Please help support the channel and purchase PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds at the affiliate link below. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel, and you know, I am not a fan of Donald Trump at all. If you followed me on this channel for a long time, or God forbid you follow me on Twitter, you know I've got not a lot of love for the president, okay? I just want to make that abundantly clear. But even in my disdain for President Trump, can acknowledge that some people on the left have straight up lost the plot. And I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't quite know why. What you've got is you've got Stephen King, one of the greatest authors of ever, all right, has been blocked by Trump because he was, you know, talking lots of crap online. I'm fine. I get it. I'm not against Donald Trump blocking people. All right. I'm not against Donald Trump exercising his free speech right to block someone on Twitter. Personally, I would just mute them and let them scream into the void. But no, he went as far as to block them, and that's his right. He's using the tools available at his disposal to silence criticism and commentary. You know, I'm not... I mean, he gets it. He gets it at a much larger rate than anybody else. You know, 35 million followers on Twitter. A lot of people out there follow him specifically to comment on every single tweet that he does. There's one guy who became verified simply because he has, in fact, set Donald Trump's tweets to, you know, notifications, and he waits. Like, he has it in his mind, essentially, when Donald Trump is going to post, and he is awake at those times, and he will wait for that notification to come in, and then he's right there being snarky. Don't get me wrong, it's a tactic. It's a tactic I've thought about in a couple of people anyway. But the point I'm trying to get to here is that it's a thing. It's a thing. People have found some kind of weird cottage industry with mocking the president on Twitter. And as a result, the president is saying basically, no more, screw this, I'm done. And he's been blocking people. And some people out there have actually filed lawsuits against him as a result. Which is just weird. But Stephen King, back to the point. Stephen King tweeted out couple days ago, Donald Trump blocked me on Twitter. I'm hereby blocking him from seeing it, or Mr. Mercedes. No clowns for you, Donald. Go float yourself. Now, why? I read this and I just have to ask myself, is he back on the cough syrup? And I know some people out there might be mad for me making that joke, but I feel like Stephen King has lost the plot. Yes, you can not like the president. Yes, you can, roast him on Twitter if you want. It's your right, but it's his right to block you back. I just want to make that abundantly clear. But at the same time, you're sitting there and you're trying to say, like, I block you from watching my movie or this TV series based upon a book that I wrote. Which makes no sense. Because for one, it's been already heavily covered that Stephen King had zero involvement with the reboot of It at Warner's. So we already know that. He's had absolutely no involvement in that. And then Mr. Mercedes is a show that's already been airing on the Audience Network. Interestingly enough, about a guy who drove a stolen Mercedes into a crowd of people. Makes me wonder just if James Alex Fields Jr. is going to have a copy of Mr. Mercedes among his stuff. You know, they're gonna release an inventory report of what's in the car, and you're gonna find, like, you know, Catcher in the Rye and Mr. Mercedes. That's gonna be there. You know, like, that's, like, if that happens, by the way, I just, like, damn and no. But this is my problem as a left-leaning individual, and those who follow me know this. I hate the fact that the left has gone as insane as it's gone, and I hate the fact that rational discussion and rational discourse, especially coming out of the left, is almost just kaput. It's almost gone completely. All right, maybe Stephen King is saying this very tongue-in-cheek, and it's entirely possible that he is. But if that's his response to being blocked by the president, it's just kind of like, really? I mean, you got anything better? You got something better? You know, no clowns for you. Go float yourself. I mean, I'm sure some people out there, some very hyperbolic people on the right might look at that "don't float yourself" as a call for violence against the president, because, you know, to float down here means you're going to die, right? And you're just gonna, oh, he's calling for the death of the president. Like, I could imagine that happening on the right, because in some pockets, those people are just as crazy as those on the left. But I look at a situation like this with Stephen King and everyone else who's been losing their collective shit over Trump. And I'm like, just like, you know, yeah, I roast him a little bit on Twitter. You know, he's never going to see it. I mean, you know him, he just like, you know, tweets and then gives his phone to somebody else probably, and that person will maybe retweet something, you know, or Trump might be taking a crap and then retweet something. Who knows? Like, the thing is, though, it's still, regardless of him being the president of the United States, he still is a person with rights and has access to the same tools for blocking people that are serial harassers on Twitter, whether whether they like it or not. But I just feel like this is kind of just like the cherry on top of the completely functionally stupid cake or sundae that we've been a part of for the last 8 months. And I don't know when it's going to stop. Now, I'm not going to be like one of those people out there that are I've seen some calls for boycotts of it. Don't go see it. He had no involvement in it. He's already been paid for it. So you're really not impacting him directly. I mean, he already had the Dark Tower crash and burn this year. You know. Don't touch it. No. The thing is, though, it's going to be fine. Mr. Mercedes is probably going to be fine. What this is going to do probably is boost sales for it. If there is a call for a boycott from the right, people on the left will double down and go see it. The movie's already looking to make over $60 million in its opening weekend, and this controversy would simply just bump its numbers up. You know, when you try to call for a boycott like that's really dumb. You know, I mean, I could imagine someone like Jack Posobiec coming out and saying they wrote scenes in it that are anti-Donald Trump because Stephen King is anti-Donald Trump. And when he wrote the book back in the 80s, he clearly added in bits that were anti-Donald Trump. Like, I could just imagine that happening, because in some respects it has, but with Star Wars. I guess at the end of this, I'm just asking that people, please, for the love of God, think. Just stop and think. As much as I don't like Trump, I have had to defend him in cases from people that are just so rampantly against him. And that's fine with me, because I'm looking at it from a rational, logical perspective. But I have lost friends on both sides of the political coin because of trying to either defend something or criticize something. And I feel like this is just kind of like the top of it. So, Stephen King, stop being a dumbass. Just stop being a dumbass. You know, you can't, for one, ban him. 2, you shouldn't even try. And 3, if you're blocked by him, print it out and frame it and put it on your wall and use it as a badge of honor if it means that much to you. Or, you know, find the person with the class action lawsuit or suing Trump and make it a class action or something. I don't know. Either way, just stop with this nonsense. Oh no, that second one right there is nonsense completely. Just stop with the damn nonsense and get back to writing some good shit. Well, gang, that wraps up this video. Be sure to leave your thoughts below in the comments, as I love to read them. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, links below in the video description. We have Patreon, PayPal, Amazon affiliate in the beginning of the video, as well as Bitcoin now. During the apocalypse, anything helps. I greatly appreciate it. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day. Peace out.